Oh my God, they love home. They love these homeless people. I'm so sick of the homeless entertainer. Can we get rid of the homeless? I slept in my car. I slept on the bus stop. Can we get rid of that? So if these people are guaranteeing results, where's the competitive element? Because that's not something that I'm not seeing anybody talk about that, right? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to compete to get representation. You just got to pay for it. You got to pay for it, right? You have to sign away your life and hope somebody don't fuck you over. You know what I'm saying? You have to hope that somebody is virtuous enough to do exactly what they say they're going to do, but they're going to rob you in the process. Because behind the scenes is where competition goes to die. Behind the scenes is where competition goes to die. And so my question is, does competition matter if the game is rigged for you to lose or if it's rigged for you to win? Right? Either one. Does competition matter? Because most of us are honing our skills so that we can compete. Whether it's rap skills, vocal skills, singing ability, performing skills, whether you trying to get you a good performance, you in front of the mirror, whatever it is that you're doing, or you end up picking the best beats because you want your songs themselves to be able to compete, or you making sure that you in shape, you going to the gym, you look good as an artist, you're taking care of your skin and your hygiene because you want to be able to compete in the marketplace. But apparently you don't need to be competitive if you got this quote unquote A&R extraordinaire. You just need him. You know what I'm saying? You can't generate an audience, problem solved. You don't need to generate an audience. You need to generate enough money to be able to pay these people and they're going to generate the audience for you. Or you need to be able to let them have complete control over you where they pick the songs, they pick the beats, they pick everything for you. And, you know, you don't have to worry about nothing. According to them. Apparently, that's all you need to do. You don't need to compete. You know, artists who have a strong presence but no following, they get jealousy and envy instead of support. You dig? So while there is no competitiveness, quote unquote, with yourself, the people behind the scenes are competing with you, right? They will either be jealous of your ability to generate attention for yourself in the rooms that y'all in, or they'll be envious of the fact that you are what they never could be. Because you don't want to just be an A&R. You want to be an entertainer. You want to be famous. You want to be the talent, but you don't have the talent. And so while you're working alongside the talent and they signing their life over to you and they giving you all their money that they worked hard for, simultaneously you're envious of them for who they are. You dig? And if you're not doing everything that you can do for them, you want to try to humble them as a person, right? When that's got nothing to do with business. You want to try to make the artist humble. And that's taking the last thing that they got from them is their confidence. Because if you done already took their money, you done took their creative process and what songs they pick and how they record in the recording process, now you want to try to humble them and take away their confidence in themselves when it has nothing to do with business. Those other things you can try to conflate and make it seem as if this is going to make them more viable in the marketplace. So they got to do what you say, dude. But the portion of it that I don't like, that I see all the time, is that people would try to humble a confident artist. I remember when I was a little boy, Missy Elliott had this TV show. I don't know if some of y'all remember this show. Missy Elliott had a TV show where she was helping somebody be the next star. They always got these shows where we're going to take an average everyday person, get them off a Greyhound bus, and we're going to turn them into the star of the millennium. And it was a dude on this show that Missy Elliott had. And he was confident in himself. He wasn't that good of a rapper, singer, nothing. But he had this confidence. And I remember where she was talking to him and she was whispering to him. And the microphone picked up what she was saying and they had the subtitles. And she was whispering to him. She said, "You think you a star, don't you?" But she wasn't saying it in a way that she appreciated his confidence. She said it in a way that she wanted to humble him or take that away from him by saying, "You think you a star, don't you? You think you a superstar, don't you?" And he didn't win. He didn't make it to the end of her show. She got him up out of there. And the person that she actually chose to win was some very humble, meek and mild. I was homeless for my... oh my God, they love these homeless people. I'm so sick of the homeless entertainer. Can we get rid of the homeless? I slept in my car. I slept on the bus stop. Can we get rid of that? Because that don't produce longevity. It don't. There's a comedian by the name of Tiffany Haddish, and that was her whole thing. That was her whole identity. She slept in her car. She washed up at the gym or washed up in the bathroom at the comedy club. Kevin Hart saw her, took a liking to her, saw how bad her situation is, and he wanted to help her because of her situation. Now, fast forward to today, Tiffany Haddish is very successful. She owes that to Kevin Hart. She do. Whether she acknowledges it or not, she owes it to Kevin Hart because he took a chance on her. But why did he take a chance on her? Was it because she was a great comedian? Obviously not. Because many people will say that Tiffany Haddish is not funny. I got nothing personal against Tiffany Haddish. Has she said funny things? Probably. But is she a funny comedian? No. Whether that's stand-up or in movies, it's this over-the-top ghetto act. You have to do this over-the-top with shucking and jiving like type of like act that don't really translate well with today's audience because most black folks don't act like that. Back then, they didn't act like that. Those were niche people. And then to find out that you're Eritrean, you're African, you're not even American. So why would you be doing that sort of thing? It's a mockery. You mocking us and you putting it out there as if you that. But who wants you to push that? Some homeless act. So Missy Elliott chose the homeless girl. I forget her name, but the song that they even chose was whack. And nothing happened. She won the show. She cried and everything. I wonder if she's homeless today. I wonder what happened to the person who won the Missy Elliott TV show contest of 2006 or whatever that was. Who won? Where is this person at? Yeah? Is she still homeless? Because nothing happened immediately thereafter.